Hey everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. Sorry there's been such a delay since the last time I recorded. I've recently been moving into a new apartment and setting up my office, so that's why there's been no video recently. But I thought today I should go over price action because I see a lot of people panic selling, a lot of bullshit in the market right now, and honestly it's pretty tough to see. So I tweeted this about an hour ago. Um, This is the daily chart on Ethereum, which I'm going to be taking a look at first. And you can see that in January, when we had this high, or February the 20th, this was the local market top for that time, right? Before we saw a pull down of around 36%, which is pretty much exactly what we're seeing now. So we had a 36% pull down in February, after we saw a pretty hefty run up. And where is that? Here. So from here to here was around 37%. And then we continued up higher. So this is a very important support level now for us because it previously was a local top, right? And then again, you can see here some consolidation in that zone, which if we take the candle, which would be here, that is a high time frame resistance. Now it should be acting as support, correct? You can see here some nice accumulation and confirmed support, which is obviously a buy signal for us, especially in the way I trade. Then we had this demand zone, resistance, 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 and price then ended up breaking above. You can see on this candle here, on this line, once again flipped into support, and we continued higher. So you can sort of see the trend. I've shared this like a million times, but what you want to see really is test, test, test above. This is your entry price, right? I've shared that many times, but that is not the case anymore. We're in a sort of corrective phase. So right now we're looking at something like this, where this is your short position, and when we're at macro support, which I would consider anything above a week, maybe. High time frame is 1 day. But this is a really good support level for BTC and ETH to both start recovering. So on ETH, the zone is around from 2600 to around 2800. And you can see that if we zoom in, we had our first actual retest of this region in the early hours of this morning. So around 5 or 6 hours ago. So you can see here, support and resistance flipped. And here again. So now what we would expect is to see some sort of accumulation here. And in the bullish case, we continue higher with a possible wick down to squeeze some more positions. But overall, selling into like weekly or daily support, after a run of, like once we broke out, it was less than 10 days before we went 57% up, right? Or 47% up. So I don't know what people expect when trading this market. People seem to think that they're missing out on opportunity cost and they're missing out on potential upside. Nobody cares about potential upside. The only thing that is important is capital preservation and understanding and realizing profits. This is the only thing that's important. And if you're going to sell after a 40% drop in price into macro support, then I can't really help you. And you're probably going to get absolutely destroyed in the coming few weeks. Let's just also put a price range from the top to here. So this one was 37, this one was 34. And that's what we've got for Ethereum. If we take a look at BTC, this was the chart we was previously looking at, and you won't be able to see it because the high time frame, but pretty much, as I've said 1 gazillion times now, price broke down, and then on the retest here, bullish setup would be like that, right? So this would be a buy opportunity here, a sell blue, and here would be your sell opportunity, right? Depending on how price reacts to that level. Here, you can see that there was a sell opportunity for bears, and now we're breaking down with some good momentum. I would be interested to see if we can close the daily above 42,000. Probably not, but let's just see how things go. On a weekly time frame, so on a weekly time frame, there is some pretty clear support levels here and here. These are probably the levels you want to be watching out for. Probably more there and here. So anything really in this range is personally a buy for me. But saying that, this is the top of the support, right? The macro support. And supports are not exact points. So this is just like the top of it, but likely that we get some wicks below. I can't see the price just reversing back up. And honestly, a more likely scenario would be something like that, right? I know lows of like 35 or something might be a little bit scary, but there is a lot of liquidity down here, a lot of support, a lot of trapped positions, a lot of longs. I think it could be a pretty highly likely scenario that shorts get squeezed, longs get squeezed, shorts get squeezed, and there's just this huge volatility and huge constant pressure on price action. But that said, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen pretty relatively quickly, and we're not going to be seeing large scale accumulation at these levels. More likely it's going to be a wick down overnight like we saw last night and back into normal price action. And on a weekly level, just wanted to zoom out a sec and take a look at this. So one thing I see a lot of people moaning about is that they don't want to correct, they don't want to see a follow, what's the word? They don't want to see the same price action that they saw in 2018, right? So in 2013, the market topped, right? And 60% drop before we bounced pretty strongly. And here again, you can see 37%, 41%, and then we enter the bear market, right? So the same here, and the same here if you zoomed in as well, like from here, 37%. Here, 20%. I'm trying to look for more high time frame ones. Here, 33%. And I just wanted to point out that if you are panicking, these things are really common in bull markets. You can't just expect price to continue with huge upside with no downside. It's more of a fantasy than a reality, and that's just not the way things work. And people should realize that when you're selling into high time frame support, there's a much higher chance that you're going to get stung if price bounces back. But yeah, I wanted to just mention that quickly because I want to make sure that people know they're in a bull market, and that even though I was preaching to sell and take profits, you need to learn to take profits at the right time and not into high time frame support. So in terms of BTC, what we want to see today is definitely a close above 40,000. That's pretty obvious, which is the top of this level here. And If we could see a bounce and a reclaim of 42,000, that would be really strong and maybe a buy signal on higher time frames. But that's pretty much it for this video. It's just a short video because I'm likely going to have to upload this video from my mobile data because I don't have internet yet. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll see you very shortly for another video. Please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.